Guys, you're welcome to our data science bootcamp. My name is Ailero Oluwatoyin. I am a data analyst, data scientist, and also a machine learning engineer. So I am going to be taking you on this bootcamp, and if you are focused, I believe you are going to get most out of this bootcamp. So we are going to be creating scatterplots in this module, and I expect you to code along with me. So first of all, to create a scatterplot, we need to import some important libraries, and we are going to import a matplotlib and some other libraries. So let's get started. Import matplotlib pyport as plt. So you are going to be asking that why did I put matplotlib in line? This is to make sure that the visual stays on this our notebook. Alright, so next we import our seaborn as sn and import pandas. This is to kind of create our data, and random, import random. So we need to import pandas as pd. Alright, so one thing I want you to realize is that we don't need this as pd as sn, but we want to make life easier for us. So we don't need to be typing seaborn all the time as we are coding. So we can just abbreviate it by using sn pd plt. So as you're going to see as we continue, we are going to be using plt instead of using matplotlib.plyplot, and instead of using seaborn, we're going to be using sn. You get what I'm saying? So now we are going to try to create our data by creating an object. So pd df a data frame object. So pd.data frame. So we need to run this first. Yeah, we need to run this. So it's run. So then our data frame objects. So we now have our data frame objects. Then let us try to create data instead of our data frame objects. So we're going to have our column x, create our column x. So use our random library sample. So here we're going to put a range of value from probably 0, but let us say 1 to 300. And we want how many values? We want how many rows? We want, let us pick like 100 rows. Yeah, 100 rows is okay. So what we actually did there was that we try to have a range of value between 1 to 300. So and we want the numbers to be what? 100. We want it to be 100 in number. So we are going to pick a random number from 1 to 300, and we are going to have 100 of those numbers. So we are going to repeat this thing for our y-axis. So let us place it. So our y-axis, and let us make the range between 1 to 500, and then same 100 because it must be equal. So then let us try to run it. All right, let's now check our objects. See, good. Now you can see we are from 0 towards 100 rows. So now let us create our scatter plot. So sn scatter plot. So if you want, let us know what you are trying to do here. So let us click on your, put your hands on your shift and your tab. So this thing is going to pop up, and try to check exactly what this thing has to take in. It has to take in an x value and a y value, which is very compulsory. So before we get our scatter plot, we need to put our x values and y values. So I say x equals to our data frame object, our x value and our y value. So and let's run it. Good. So this is our scatter plot, and we can do more. Let's try to label it, give it a title, an x-axis label and a y-axis label. So now let us do this. I'm going to use our plt library, our matplotlib library, plt.title. So let us give it x against y, and our x label plt.x label. So let's make it x axis. The second one plt.y label. Y axis. So let's now run it again. Cool. This is incredible. You can see we have our x-axis, we have our y-axis, and we have our title, which is x against y. So this is how to create scatter plots. There are other things we can do. There are other things we can do. We can actually put styles, resize it. So all you have to do is just to add in the size here. So put the size you need to put, because all you have to do is just in here. All you have to do is just put in shift tab and see whatever you want to do. So this is it. All right. So the size, you can change the size. You can even put your data. This palette, you can check what the palette does here. So everything is actually here. List, dict, or tuple. So this thing can take in list, dictionary, or a tuple. So this is how to actually create a scatter plot. Thank you.